Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. There's a lot to unpack here, and I want you to stay tuned because what's happening with the Atlanta Falcons right now could be a game changer, not just for this season, but for the future of this franchise. The Falcons are making some strategic moves that hint at a clear focus on strengthening their defensive depth, especially on the edge and along the line. And if you've been following this team closely, you know how crucial those positions are in today's NFL. It's all about pressuring the quarterback, stopping the run, and creating chaos for offenses. Recently, the Falcons officially signed two key defensive players to their practice squad, Ronnie Perkins and Simeon Barrow Jr. And let me tell you, these aren't just filler roster spots. These are strategic additions that could have long-term implications for the team's defensive scheme and overall performance. They're bringing back Ronnie Perkins, who was part of their roster during training camp, and they're also adding Simeon Barrow Jr., a promising rookie undrafted free agent. It's interesting to see how they managed their roster. They had to let go of offensive tackle Brandon Parker to make room for these two defensive talents. That move, while tough, signals a clear priority on bolstering the defensive front, which has been a focus for the Falcons this offseason. Now, let's dive into these two players a bit more because they bring different qualities to the table. Ronnie Perkins, who rejoined the Falcons, has quite a bit of NFL experience, even though he's still seen as an emerging player. Drafted in the third round in 2021 by the New England Patriots, Perkins has already had a taste of the league, debuting in 2023 with the Denver Broncos. During his time with the Broncos, Perkins appeared in 7 games, recording 13 tackles and a quarterback hit. That shows he's capable of rushing the passer, and he's been tested at the NFL level. Although last season he spent a month on injured reserve, Perkins bounced back and played at a high level for the Broncos before they released him earlier this year. Since then, he spent some time with the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. And most recently, he played 5 games for the UFL's Birmingham Stallions, making an impressive 17 tackles and 3 sacks. So it's clear that Perkins has been around, gained experience in different leagues, and is eager to show he can still be a disruptive force at the NFL level. On the other hand, Simeon Barrow Jr. is a rookie and his journey is just beginning. Signed in the offseason as an undrafted free agent, Barrow has already shown flashes of potential in the preseason. He played in all 3 of the Falcons' preseason games, recording a sack, a forced fumble, and 2 tackles. His standout moment came in the third and final preseason game, where he played the most snaps, 29, or nearly half of the defensive work. That's when he made his mark, recording a sack and a forced fumble that caught everyone's attention. Even though he's just starting out, the fact that he was able to produce in those high-pressure moments during the preseason indicates he has a lot of untapped potential. And as a rookie trying to make his way in the league, that's exactly what you want to see, guys stepping up when it counts. Now, it's important to recognize that these moves aren't just about filling roster spots. They're a clear indication that the Falcons are looking to create depth, especially on the defensive line and the edge rush. The NFL is a game of attrition, and injuries happen all the time, so having reliable, versatile players ready to step in is crucial. Plus, with the Falcons' defensive coordinator and coaching staff emphasizing aggressive pass rush schemes, players like Perkins and Barrow could become valuable assets as the season progresses. Their ability to pressure the quarterback and disrupt timing is vital for Atlanta's defensive success. Looking at the bigger picture, the Falcons' defense has been a work in progress over the past couple of seasons. They've seen flashes of brilliance, especially from their secondary and linebackers, but the pass rush has often been inconsistent. Bringing back Perkins, who has shown he can rush the passer in the NFL, and adding Barrow, a young and hungry player with a knack for creating turnovers, aligns perfectly with Atlanta's strategy to improve their overall defensive pressure. And don't forget, The Falcons are also developing a promising core of young players, and these additions could help them take that next step, turning a good defense into a dominant one. Let's talk about some specifics. Perkins, with his experience, brings a certain edge, no pun intended, to the team. His time with the Patriots, Broncos, and even the Birmingham Stallions in the USFL gives him a diverse background of playing styles and coaching philosophies, which could be incredibly beneficial in Atlanta's defensive scheme. He's a player who's shown he can get to the quarterback, and with more coaching and practice, he might become a key rotational piece if he continues to develop. Meanwhile, Barrow's development is something Falcons fans should watch closely. As a rookie, he's raw but talented, and his preseason performance suggests he has the instincts and explosiveness needed to succeed at the NFL level. His sack and forced fumble in the last game weren't just splash plays. They showed a high motor and a nose for the ball. If he keeps progressing, he could quickly become a player the Falcons rely on for depth and even a starter in the future. And with the NFL being so competitive, having versatile players who can adapt to different roles is a huge advantage. So, what does this mean for the Falcons moving forward? Well, it's clear that they're building a flexible, aggressive defense. They want players who can rush the passer, set the edge, and make plays in critical moments. The addition of these two players to the practice squad isn't just about today. It's about future potential, about creating a pipeline of talent that can step up when needed. It also speaks volumes about their scouting and roster management. They're identifying players with upside and giving themselves options as the season unfolds. And let's not forget the division. The NFC South has been fiercely competitive, with teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New Orleans Saints always lurking, ready to challenge for the top spot. The Falcons know they need to be aggressive on defense, especially in disrupting the passing game, to stay ahead. These moves show a team that's not just content with what they have, but is actively looking to improve and adapt, knowing that every game is a battle in this division. As the season approaches, fans are rightfully excited about what's to come. The Falcons have a talented roster, and with strategic additions like Perkins and Barrow, they're positioning themselves for a more disruptive, more relentless defense. Imagine what it could mean to have young players with upside developing behind the starters, ready to step in and make plays. That depth can be the difference between a good season and a great one. And given the Falcons' recent history of competing in the playoffs, it's clear they're aiming even higher this year. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize how these roster moves fit into the bigger picture of Atlanta's season. The team has been making steady progress under their coaching staff, and these signings are a testament to their commitment to improving every facet of their game. The fans have every reason to be optimistic, especially knowing that the front office and coaching staff are actively working behind the scenes to build a team capable of competing at the highest level. The NFC South is a tough division, but the Falcons are clearly positioning themselves to challenge for supremacy, with a defense that's evolving and players eager to prove themselves on the big stage. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on these moves? Do you see Perkins and Barrow making an impact this season? Are you excited about the future of the defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Remember, these are just the beginning. The season is still a few months away, and there's plenty of time for these players to develop and for the team to make even more moves. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our Falcons every step of the way. Thanks for being here, and as always, go Falcons!